My name is Greta Spitz and I'm 17. When I was younger, I wanted to be Christian really bad because one of my best friends was Christian and I always wanted to go to church with her. And at first my dad wouldn't let me. Like, it was a Christian church because like we were supposed to be Jewish, but then when I tried to do Jewish things with him at home, he wouldn't like it. To pray for like the health of all my family and all my pets. That was like my earliest thoughts about religion. I look very Jewish, and so sometimes rabbis will come up to me on the streets and they'll give me candles or little golden coins, and they'll ask me like what temple I belong to, but I don't belong to any of them. It's not that Judaism isn't accepting. It's really difficult to understand and it's a hard code to crack and you have to kind of be learning forever. I always talk to Rena about it because she's Jewish from her dad. I remember going over to their house during Jewish holidays and like they would sing songs and I would have no idea what the songs were. It was embarrassing because like I looked more Jewish than Rena.
As a younger child, to have a religion and to be a religious person.
If I could make something that was in control like me, then my life would go better in the future, or just that I would have more safety in life and would have more control over my being and the people around me.
My name is Lisa Hemming. I'm an agnostic, and I'm 90 years old. All Catholics that are not Catholic anymore, how the religion really influenced their life and destroyed their life. He would not have let millions of people die in the First World War, in the Second World War, and millions, innocent little children, mothers, and no, there's no God for the Jews. They had the bad end of the stick, and then Germans to it. I didn't know there's no such thing, and you know that. People kept believing in it after so much hardship and horror. You know, you can't believe in it because God would not have had all that happen to innocent people.
J. Lum, 95 years old. You know, when I think back of when I was in grammar school, we used to have catechism. I was baptized in the Catholic Church. That kind of influenced me in a way that I think there's something out there.
Kirsty Hemming, 54.
The lady I worked with, a different lady I worked with, she was going through life waiting to die. She was just going through the motions of being alive, waiting to die so she could go to heaven and be God. I want to cherish and value this gift of being alive, this experience of being alive, you know? Like, I don't want to just pretend like I don't want to just be like waiting to die, you know? Religion kind of takes away from people really trying to maximize their enjoyment of life and life. I want my child to appreciate being alive and this special privilege that it is to have this consciousness. Yeah, like I feel like sometimes I really wish that I could go through life really truly believing that when I die, I'm really going to be with my dad again. How wonderful that is, you know? And yet, on the same token, I'm also glad that I wasn't brainwashed into believing a specific religion. People think I'm just the devil when I tell them I don't believe in God, like
right.
Their God.
I'm Aria and I'm 17. Say that religion doesn't really influence the way I live in the United States, for sure. But when I go to India, I have a very clear picture of like the religious framework I'm within, especially culturally, and how I like act and how I dress, because it's a big like stigma there if you walk around with like bare shoulders or like you walk around with a crop top. Like that's the kind of stuff that is very religiously informed, and so I have a big consciousness of that for sure when I'm in India, and also like just how I act, because everybody is highly religious. And so I definitely think about it here too, and how like I represent my culture and how my culture is a big part of me and how I act in relation to that. but I wouldn't say that I think about like a God and then I act based on like how my actions would be retributed in an afterlife or anything like that. I've not said certain things in certain situations, more so in India than here, based on how other people relate to religion.
Yeah, I'm Ewan Bogaploma, age 19, say like 11. I have a very distinct memory of visiting one of the missions, the Santa Cruz mission, feeling a presence and a connection. And then from there, I think I started sort of exploring what was out there. My mom grew up Catholic, so she took me to a Catholic church, which a couple years went by until I found Quakerism. Quakers have, there's a couple of well-known rules. So the biggest one is Quakers can't be a part of the military, be part of a system of killing, and because we believe in the goodness and the light in all people, therefore you can't kill people, it's the ultimate sin, and are non-violent because of that. Gay life, I think it leads me a little bit in terms of the work that I do, being a kind person. I think it sounds gimmicky, but it's hard to imagine. I feel like it occupies a space in my life, and if it wasn't there, it would, I don't know if I would feel like something is missing or if it would just be different, but I definitely feel like it occupies a space that has had a positive impact on me, both mental health and just the way I live, but also in a sense of I think sort of knowing my purpose a little bit, and telling me how to use the things that I'm good at in order for good.